Hello, hello everybody. Welcome to the Old Gold and Black. Sorry for the extremely delayed post-match review. I didn't really feel like doing it last night. Stopped. I had a lift back from the game, and I was sitting in Blackburn while my friend filled up his car with petrol. And I thought I'd do it, and it was terrible. It was really, really negative. Whereas actually now, having reflected on the game for a little bit longer, there were a lot of things that went wrong yesterday. Lots of defensive lapses, lots of times where we didn't look secure in possession or didn't look neat and tidy like we usually do, and players like come back in out of tackles and stuff, which is perfectly understandable. And it was a game where you could clearly see there was one team fighting for their lives at the bottom of the table, and there was another who were desperately trying to not get injured before the biggest game of some of their careers so far next week in the semi-final against Watford. So disappointing to go to a game like that and to not get anything out of it. We did have a lot of possession, but we didn't really have any chances at all. It was similar a little bit to quite a few games that we've seen this season where we've dominated large periods of the game but not be able to create a lot. I think Neves was a little bit anonymous yesterday. We looked toothless as well without Raul Jimenez until he came on. We looked like we wouldn't create anything at all. I think Cavaleiro and Traore down that right-hand side didn't really work particularly well. Had it been Traore and Jimenez or Doherty and Cavaleiro, we might have seen a little bit more cohesion down that side, but it didn't work. It didn't work yesterday at all. Traore, for me, I went to the cricket club at Burnley yesterday after the game as well and spoke to a couple of Burnley fans, and they were saying, why did they take Traore off? He was by far our most threatening player and our best player yesterday, they were arguing. However, again, similar to what my argument has been for the whole of the season so far, is that yes, he looks good, he will beat a player, he'll get past the fullback, but he cannot put a cross in to save his life. I think Paul Merson has been quoted either yesterday or today about Traore saying, what is he doing in training? I know that Merson gets a lot of stick from a lot of Wolves fans because he predicted us to lose a couple of games, which is fair in my mind. It's his job. But he has got a point. Traore, all he has to work on is whipping in balls from the edge of the box onto the penalty spot. There are people in there. There's Dendoncker, who arrives quite late onto the ball. There was Jimenez for most of the game. Well, Jimenez for most of the second half, and other players as well who had the chance to get on the end of balls, but the balls weren't good enough into the box. So Manchester United now on Tuesday is going to be an interesting game, particularly the team selection, because I would have thought that it would have been a very, very changed team, similar to the Cardiff team that we saw last month. However, I think that with the result on Saturday, I think we need to try and get a point against United as most we can, but also accept that we'll probably lose because it will be a much changed team. I'd actually go for John Ruddy in goal, just for a bit of match sharpness, because it's been nearly 3 weeks since he last played. I'd also play Vinagre at left back and either rest Johnny altogether or, I'd rest Johnny ahead of the game on Sunday and play Doherty at right back. The back three, I think, will stay the same. I can't imagine Kilman or anybody like that coming in. Maybe Bennett will play ahead of Sace, but Bolly and Cody, I imagine, will play, and they're perfectly capable of playing 2 games in a week. As for the midfield, I would rest Moutinho, definitely. I think he played to the best of his ability yesterday. I'd say he was probably the best player Wolves had on the pitch. Neves, I think, could do with a rest as well. I'm hoping that yesterday was just because of all the travelling and all the work that they had to do over the international break. There's a lot of travelling by Jimenez and by a lot of minutes played by players. So hopefully a bit of rest now and training for a week or so with Nuno, with the semi-final at the front of their minds now. Yes, we've got to play Man United, but I don't care about the league anymore. There's 2 games in this season that matter to me, and that's the FA Cup semi-final and hopefully the FA Cup final. And if we do lose on Sunday, it'll be a A travesty. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and hope that you've enjoyed buzzing, the word. If you've seen it on any YouTube, on Facebook or Twitter or anywhere, it's the old golden black where it's come from. And this is the worst video I think I've ever done. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.